So let's get started with the today masterclass. So today masterclass is about here how to build and deploy an AI model in Azure. Because when it is coming to building your own LLM, through that we can interact and we can figure out the things whatever is needed. Even if you will look at in today scenario, every company is building their own chatbot. They're building their own the customer support bot so that what are the commonly asked question they having, they able to answer them. They don't need to hire the specific the executive, the support executive for doing the reply of the commonly asked the question. So around that we having the topic, but before starting that how to build and deploy an Azure AI model, we need to understand what is the Microsoft Azure AI we have, how the Microsoft AI ecosystem look like, what is the Azure AI Foundry, and how the various terms are connected to each other. Let's say how the AI is connected to ML, DL, like dynamic. We having the deep learning, we having the generative AI, we having the various LLM, and based upon the LLM, we having the various generative AI tools, including Chat GPT, we having the DeepSeek and many more. Then we will look at the Azure AI search and why actually we are using the AI search, why the how the AI, Azure AI search will help you to build your own custom chatbot. So what are the Azure AI service are we having? So how the OpenAI, the GPT based model can help us to create our own chatbot. Then I will show the way how you can become an Azure AI engineer. If you are looking for making a career in the AI field, so how the Azure AI can help you to make your career in the field of Azure AI. Of course, you can ask the question answer as well, whatever you have in your mind. So let's get started with the today's session. So before starting the things, let me introduce to myself. So my name is Shalini Chauhan. I'm the founder and CEO of Scholarhead. And Scholarhead is a leading tech platform where we offer the corporate training, where we offer the B2C training. We having the free interview question answer books if you're preparing for the various interview on Angular, React, Microsoft Azure, Java. We having the solution architect, design patterns, microservices. We having the more than 32 plus interview question answer books which are available free of cost. So I request everyone, please do visit the scholarhead.com, go to the free book section, do subscribe right now and prepare for your next technical interview on various technologies. I'm a speaker, a solution architect, and mentor. I'm the Microsoft VP from the last 9 years in a row. I'm a corporate trainer for the IBM, Cognizant, Dell, and many more corporate. So far, I have trained more than 1 lakh plus working professional, which are working on various technologies, which are working on the various companies, including the Microsoft, LinkedIn, IBM, Accenture. We having the professional working various companies there. I have written 30 plus interview question answer books. All books are available on scholarhead.com as free of cost. You can access right away. I have written more than 1,000 plus articles on various technologies, including .NET, Java. We have in the Azure, Solution Architect, microservices, cloud, and many more. And through the Scholarhead, we are offering a world-class learning experience through the technology and the AI. This is the way how the Scholarhead we have built and we are offering the things through the Scholarhead. So let's get started with the things. So let's start with a very iconic picture where in the right hand side we having the Microsoft CEO and the left hand side we having the OpenAI. So when it is coming to the AI, when it is coming to the how the evolution of the AI happened. So behind the GPT, behind the Chat GPT, of course we having the OpenAI company. So when it is coming to OpenAI company, in the OpenAI company, Microsoft invested 14 billion so far. So they are constantly doing the doing the investment in the OpenAI so that they can help the OpenAI company to innovate the things. So in OpenAI, Microsoft is holding the 49% stake. And this is the biggest number. If a company, if an investor is holding the 49% stake in a company, he actually controlling that particular company. That's why you have seen everywhere, whether it's coming the Microsoft Office, Microsoft Azure, your tool like Visual Studio, VS Code, they having the Windows itself. Everywhere GPT based application Microsoft has integrated into their existing product. So they're taking the complete benefit of the OpenAI company. What are the innovation they did? What are the revelation they have introduced in the AI field? The Microsoft is taking the advantage. So if you're coming to its competitor as well, including the Google, including the Amazon, including the Meta, so they are doing very well as compared to the competitor as well. Even Microsoft is not only focusing on the one company, OpenAI, they are supporting the other companies as well. They are having the support for the Meta AI as well. They're having the support for the DeepSeek as well. They're having the support for various others as well. So Microsoft actually build a complete ecosystem where they are supporting the various companies AI based things together because they are building a platform. They already having the Azure, that is the a number one public cloud platform in this world, which is serving the various enterprise companies for running their workload. So if you're looking to the Microsoft ecosystem in terms of AI, so if you will look at they having the many copilot, including GitHub Copilot, they having the Copilot support in Microsoft Azure itself, they having the agent for the sales, for marketing, for the customer services, finance, supply chain management, security, they having the Bing Copilot as well. Even they having a Copilot studio as well for building your own Copilot. If you're coming to the MS Office family, including MS Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, everywhere they having the Copilot, which are helping you for doing the various activity inside that. Even it's not about they having their own Copilot into their existing application. They are having the support for the others various LLM as well, where they having the OpenAI model family, they having the DeepSeek model family, because every company having the various models. In GPT we having the GPT 3.0, 3.5, 4.0, 4.1. Similarly we having the DeepSeek as well. They having their own LLM as well. 5 they having the own LLM. We having the the Mistral AI model family. They having the Meta Llama model family. It is a AI from the Facebook. They having the Databricks support. They having the Hugging Face support. They having their own Azure AI services support, where they having the Search AI, Text AI, Document AI, Vision AI, Language AI, Speech AI, Video AI. If you look at in every section, they having a specific AI service. Through that, they are helping to the enterprises to build a great AI based product. Even when it is coming to building now the AI based application, company already using the Microsoft Azure cloud for building their application, for hosting their application, and when they are providing the support to such various model as well. They're not saying you have to just use the OpenAI model. They're saying what are the model you like, we are supporting on our platform. Our platform is capable to use what are the model you're willing to use, and we are providing you is a very seamless integration into your existing application, so that the AI based application development would be easier for you. You don't need to take the pain of configuration, the management. We are managing the things for you ourselves. You have to just think about to use it. You have to just focus on your application integration through the REST API support, through the SDK support, everything we are offering to you. Even they having the machine learning studio as well, where they having the option for data preparation, data labeling, model catalog. They having the auto machine learning support. We can do the various experiment over there. So Microsoft completely built a AI ecosystem, because if you are willing to grow in a particular field, in a particular industry, until you will not make a ecosystem, you can actually cannot make the significant impact in the industry. So by building such AI ecosystem, Microsoft is making a significant impact. Because right now, the Microsoft, Google, the Amazon, other companies are going to attract the more customer, because every company nowadays is willing to integrate the AI so that they can optimize the data, whatever they have, they able to generate the reports over there. Just take a simple example here. Let's say you having an email, email box, and you having a client which 4 years back placed a order. Now after the 4 years back, the same client came. Now they're asking to repeat the same order what they did 4 years back. Because what are the machine, whatever the things they purchase, that machine is not working fine. Or they are willing to purchase a new machine as well, because they having a very good feedback. What are the machine you have sold to your customer? Now I have to find out that particular email detail, what code we have given to that particular company 4 years back. What are the discussion we having over there? Because I'm not able to recall. So here I can do one thing. I can create a tool which will scan my email. I will just give a prompt to my tool. Can you help me to find out this XYZ client detail, or what are the various orders this particular client has placed with us? What are the various quotation we have already shared? Because there is a possibility we can have the multiple quotations share with the similar product. So how I can place the new quotation as per the previous quotation pricing match? There should not be a much difference in the pricing, because ultimately there is a game of pricing as well when we are sharing the quotation to the customer. So we can create a bot on the email box, and such email box bot would be our own bot that will be trained our own data itself. Similar way, you can take the example of, because right now, what are the Chat GPT, the GitHub Copilot, and the Gemini you are using? They are trained on the public data. The data is available on public domain. But the company, their own data, their own business data, it is not available in the public domain, and they are going to help to their team when it is coming to the decision making, when it is coming the quotation, when it is coming to providing the better support. So for that purpose, the companies are looking for making their own model, and the companies are looking for making their own, the chatbot, the AI agent. Through that, they can help their employees first, so that the employee will give the relevant information to our customer. The information which is actually the most impactful, and going to convert the lead into the customer, into the client. So there such tool based things, the LLM based things will have the company. I hope the things are clear to everyone so far. I'm right. Give me a thumbs up if everything is clear so far. Now, before proceeding further, we should have a look at the market trends as well. Because if you're not looking at the market trends, where Azure is doing, where Azure is going, the AWS is going, the Google Cloud Platform is doing, is going, we will not have the confidence. Like, what are the decision I'm taking? It is correct or not. So if you're looking at the numbers, how the public cloud adoption rate are there. So this is the last year number and the this year number. If you will look at the last year, the 80% companies are using the Azure, or you can say they are trusting on Azure for running their workload. This year again, 81% companies are trusting on Azure for building the cloud-based application there. 79% are company using on Amazon for doing the same thing. This time the Google Cloud has been diff. The reason behind it, they are not able to set them the Google Bard and the Gemini as well. So because of that, they having a dent on the percentage number. On the other side, if you will see, Oracle did well. IBM also don't did well. They are Alibaba Cloud also not did well. So this is the way how the numbers has been shifted and they changed to them. But if you look at the constantly Azure is growing. So from the if you will look at this number from the last 10 years, or I will say the last 5 to 7 years, you will find out the Azure is growing, growing, and growing. And from the last 2 years, Azure actually ahead from the Amazon as well, the AWS as well. It happens last year. This year they did the same thing. Of course, the difference is not, but somehow they are the dominating the cloud there. That is a good thing. And this domination will help them in Azure AI as well. Because when it is coming the AI as well, so this domination will help them. Then when it is coming the software and the cloud development company, if you will look at across the globe, so Microsoft having the 97% share. AWS having the 10%, Oracle having the 4.6, Google having the 4.3. Because if you're looking at the Microsoft from the beginning is a software-based company, which are offering the different software, the different things to the customer. Amazon started to offer such thing very late. Even after the AWS one, they started to build so many things, but it's not offering so much product that Microsoft is offering. Because Microsoft is having so many, mostly the most popular product. OS they have, Office they have, Cloud they have now, the ID they are having, the language, the stack they having. Such thing in AWS side they started to build. They not having the so many things over there. So this is the way we having the things over there so that we can have the things. Sahil, you cannot do the spamming over there. I will not allow to everyone. If you are here for learning, please stay with me. Otherwise, you can leave the session. There is no show. So now the question is, what is the Azure AI? So Azure AI is Microsoft comprehensive suite of various services. So like instead of looking for the various solution or various libraries, we having a complete suite of the services where everything is available at one place. I don't need to find out the different vendor, the different libraries, and the different setup for integrating the things. Everything is available at one place. The same thing as we having the Azure cloud, where everything is available there, like VM is there, web app is there, SQL database is there, the data store is there. Similar way, they having the Azure AI services suite. Everything is available at one place. If you're looking at the comparison of traditional AI and this generative AI, this is the picture that is the explanatory for it. So the traditional AI is all about tagging, where we, train the model by showing some pictures for, let's say, dog, cat, the human, and it detect the object and will let us know how many human are there, how many, pets are there. But it is not able to generate the something from their own end. But now, after the Gen AI, we first train the model by showing the picture, then we can give a prompt to generate the something different. This is the example here. Just generate a dog with belt, with white hair, or with gray hair, or whatever you are willing to go at. So ultimately, what are the model we have trained? Now that model is going to generate the good things for us, where the generative AI we have. Even the similar advertisement you have looked at for the Adobe Photoshop, you have looked at the example for the many the tool as well, who are doing the things very well way. So this is about the generative AI. The when it is coming the Gen AI is based upon the LLM. So LLM is a stand for the large language model, where we having the GPT, but we having the various model which are actually helping us to make our own model and to make our own tool which are going to answer the things. Before that, let's look at how the things are connected to each other. So AI is not a new term. AI first time introduced in 1950. Then after that, in 2000, ML was introduced. So AI came before the programming as well. Because in around the 80s, the compiler started to build, and it came in 50s. Then in 2010, deep learning came. In 2017, Gen AI came. In 2018, LLM came. So people are thinking the AI actually became popular when somewhere around 2022 or 2023. It is not only from 2022-23, people are evolving it from many years. But now they have evolved in such a way, it is now much more intelligent, which actually can do the all the executive level activity better than a executive. So we don't need the call center person, we don't need the support level executive. Everything can be done using these AI tools well. This is the way how the things are connected to each other. So when it is coming to AI, so AI is including the machine learning, deep learning, generative AI, LLM. And when it is coming the LLM, we having the chat GPT, we having the Gemini, we having the Meta AI, we having the DeepSeek, we having the Grok as well, we having the various AI model there, we having the things there. And when it is coming to what are the various generative AI applications, so generative AI application, we having let's say text generation, image synthesis, we having the music composition, video generation, healthcare, and finance. So these are the various use cases we having for the generative AI application. We having there, or we can use the things over there to get started with it now. So these are the various use cases we having to deal with the things now. To starting with the things here simply. Raj, when it is coming the AI actual implementation, so it was introduced in 1950s as well. Because before that, we don't have such any such model where we can figure out the things. Even the AI terms introduced in 1956. So when it is coming the artificial intelligence, so artificial intelligence concept was introduced in 1956 by the John McCarthy. Okay, you can check over the internet. Of course, we can create the agent everywhere, whether it's a Google Cloud or Microsoft Azure, whether it's a AWS one. Okay. So ChatGPT working with the last time, I'm not repeating this time. Let's look at the Azure AI Foundry. So Azure AI Foundry is empowering the developers to create and deploy the generative AI application that actually we needed right now. So if you're looking for building the enterprise grade AI, to build the enterprise grade application for the big tech companies, So there Azure AI Foundry will help us. It is providing us the compress, it is providing us every uh, things whatever is needed to build the model, create the things, and reusing the various, different models to make them. So they having the support for the Azure OpenAI services, Azure AI Search, agent services, content safety, and based upon the requirement, we can create our own as well. So they having the so many things over there. So when it is coming to getting started with the things, let me show the way how we are going to deal in the today's session and how we are going to create the things. In today's session, I'm going to create the things like this way. So I'm going to create a chatbot. And the chatbot, I will have a data sources. So the data sources, we are going to use the below storage today. But apart from the below storage, you can have the SQL database, you can have the Cosmos DB. From there, we can extract the data. And this data, we are pushing to the Azure AI search for the indexing purpose so that we can, create the index over there. And based upon the index, we can do the query. Then this Azure AI search information we will give to the Azure AI Foundry model. So there we will use the GPT based model. There we will use the text embedding model so that we able to generate the response. We able to, extract the data from the content you have given as an input to the Azure AI search, and we can extract and do the things over there. So let's see how we can build a chatbot using the Azure AI services. So let's look at that one. So I'm going to log in into my account. From there, we will create the things. So I'm having my Azure portal. So let me log in there. So to get started with the Azure AI, you have to first have a Azure subscription. From the Azure subscription, we can create the things. So let me create here a Azure AI service. So here I'm going to create here the Azure OpenAI service here now. So now let me create here the Azure OpenAI service. Let's get started with the first option here. The first option we having this one. Create a blob storage where we will upload a PDF file, and based upon that PDF file, I will create the indexing using the Azure AI search. Then I will create a bot. From that AI search, I will access the data source from the AI search there. So now let me create here a storage account. So I'm going to create here a storage account. Let me define the storage account name and detail for that. I'm going to pick the resource group. So I will create a new resource group here now. Let me create a new resource group this way. Yeah, Venkata Satish, you can integrate one LLM into another one. It is possible. So now let me define the resource group name. So I'm defining a resource group name. Let's say it's a Scholar AI-RG. This is my resource group name. Then I'm defining the storage account name. The storage account name would be, let's say, storage AI. Let's say storage. It would be here Scholar AI blob. So this I'm defining my storage account name. Then we can pick the region. So region we can pick, let's say East US, because everything we are doing for the practice purpose. So I can pick any region in the US. It is the better options. I'm using here East US. Yeah, East US I'm going to pick. Then pick here a primary service. So here I'm just going to use the Azure Blob Storage, where we will upload the things. So performance is here, premium I will take. Then I can use here the option for, let's say, standard is fine. We don't need to have, then GRS I'm using the option here. The next we having here the anonymous section others. I'm not doing anything here. Let's go ahead. Enable the public access. I'm not changing anything over here. We can proceed. So this is the way I'm going to create my storage account where we will create a container, and inside the container we will upload a PDF. And the board which we are going to create, let's say we having an interview question answer PDF, and that PDF we will index using the Azure AI search. Then we can do the chat. And what are the content is the part of the PDF, what are the question answer we having over there. Based upon that, it will answer the things. Similar way, you can create a your commonly asked question PDF, which your customer usually ask from you. And then from that PDF, you can train your own model. So now what are the new customer are coming, what are the question they're asking. So from that PDF, your board start giving the answer there. So this is the way you can create the things exactly I'm doing here. Now let me create a container. So here I'm adding a container for my box. So here in this box container, I will add the box. So you can upload here multiple PDF. So in this box container, I'm going to upload the PDF. So here in case of download one, I'm having the two PDF, Angular and the React. These two PDFs I'm uploading. So we having the two interview question answer books, one for Angular, one for React. We are uploading them. So we uploaded the things to this container now. Now what the second thing we need to create? We need to create here the Azure AI search so that we can create the index on it. So here I'm creating a new service that is a Azure AI search. I will pick the same resource group. It says Scholar AI RG. So this Azure AI search will help us to index the PDF content because that content we need to index so that we can run the query there. It would be here Scholar AI hyphen search. This is the name we have given. We can pick the pricing date standard as 0. Let's confirm the things. Next, all network, we are giving the access. I'm not changing anything here. Now let's create the Azure AI search index. So Azure AI instance, Azure AI search instance we are creating now. Rajat, below storage is a container where we are storing the images. You can think about it's a server. On the server, we added a folder. In that folder, we have uploaded the picture. This way you can think. Now in this Azure AI search, we need to create the index. So now let me create the index for this Azure AI search here now. So here we having the option to create the index. Oh, I think it is not a AI search. I picked the wrong service. That's my mistake. It's a AI service, not the AI search. So let me delete it. It is not AI search actually. It's a different one. It is a AI service I've selected. So it would be here AI search. So service name is Azure AI search. This one. Pick the resource group. Then we having the Scholar AI hyphen search. The name we are going to pick. Then everything we're keeping in the East US. Then this is a pricing tier. So now let me change the pricing tier for the Azure AI search. So basic is fine, where we can create 15 indexes and 5 GB partition it will take in the vector database. Total quota will be here 15 GB. So we have defined like this way. The next option we having the scaling. I'm not defining anything here. This will be the monthly cost for using this service. Then public and finally review and create. So here I'm going to create a Azure AI search service now. So Azure AI search has been created. Now let's go to the resource. Now here we having the option to import the data and vectorize it. So we having the option here import and vectorize data. So now use this option because when it is coming to the Gen AI model, it's need the vector database. So that's why we need to vectorize the data. So here it is giving the option. I can pick the data from the global storage, Azure SQL, OneDrive. So we having the so many options from where the data we can import here. So now let me pick the data to import from the Azure Blob storage here. Hold on here. Let me do one thing. Import the data. So here it should be in this one. Then I'm using here below storage. And here I'm using the rack one like this way. So this is giving us the Azure subscription. Then this is my Azure AI Blob storage account. Now let's pick the folder. Folder is here books. So in the books folder, we having the PDF. From there, I'm having the things now to access the things over there. When it is coming to, deal with the LLM based model. So LLM based model need a vector database. It is a spatial database which is designed to store, index, and search the vector embedding. So when it is coming to storing the text, images, audio, and video, which are indexed properly and they're searchable in a faster way. So their vector database help us. The SQL one will not help us over there. We need a vector database. So when it is coming to chatbot, semantic search, there we using as vector database. Vector database is a new type of database now. Then we having these things over there. Then next here, parsing mode is default. Okay. So what it is saying here, when it is coming the Azure AI search, we need to first have a Azure OpenAI service that we have not created. Now let me create here Azure OpenAI service as well. Then I can add it. So let's create here a OpenAI service in Azure. So I'm creating here Azure OpenAI service. Pick the resource group. I'm picking up the resource group Azure AI RG. The name of the OpenAI service is, let's say, Scholar OpenAI. This is the one. Pick the pricing tier standard as 0. Network. Next. Then create it. So it's need a OpenAI service when it is coming to the vectorized database. So vectorized database is going to be accessible by the OpenAI based service model. It can be a GPT model. It can be the any other model, whatever we have. So we are creating here the OpenAI service as well here. It is running the final validation to check everything. So just wait for some time. So it is running the final validation to create the service. So we need to wait for some time. Sometimes it take the much time. Mhm. Let me reload it. So resource group, the name, it is a Scholar AI hyphen, let's say OpenAI. This one. It's let's say OpenAI 101. Standard as 0. Now let's go to the next option. Finally to create. So now let's create it here now. So we are creating here Azure OpenAI service so that we can create the various model there. We can use the various model to train our data and to use the generative AI various model. You will see. Just wait. So when it is coming the Azure AI Foundry, in Azure AI Foundry, if you will look at this is the Azure OpenAI service I'm using. I'm using the Azure AI search. These two things we are using today. Any agent service we are not using because we just simply create a chatbot. When we will create the AI agent, then we will use this agent service to create it here now. So now the AI service has been created. Perfect. Then just go to the Azure AI Foundry portal. So I'm going to the Azure AI Foundry portal. It's another portal where we having the various model, the LLM one and others. This is Azure AI Foundry portal. So here we having the option for the deployment here. And now in this Azure OpenAI service, we having the option to deploy the various model. So there's option available to deploy a base model. Now here you will see the various model. Let's say GPT or GPT-4, GPT 4.1, anything you can see. They having the various model. So I'm going to integrate here two model. One model for the text embedding and then another model for initiate the chat style conversation. So here I'm just using here the text embedding. So I'm using here text embedding. Text embedding, we having the three model here, the large model, the small model, and the very small one. So I'm using this small one here because we don't have much data to crawl and use it. So a small model is sufficient in our case. So I'm using this small model. Now let's deploy this. Define this deployment model as well. So if you're willing to change the name here, you can change it. So I'm putting here, let's say text embedding Scholar AI. Let's say text embedding model for this one. I'm using it. So text embedding model actually convert the text into a vector. And when it is coming the vector data is a numerical data representation to the array. So what are the AI search I'm using? In the AI search, I'm going to read the PDF and that PDF data will be converted into the vector data. And now this vector data we will read using this text embedding model so that we can query because ultimately we have to query the things. So if let's say you having a simple text, what is, let's say cloud platform. So this cloud platform is going to convert it in the vector data as a numeric format separated and it will look like to the array. You will see, just look at, I will show you how it is looking the vector data and how that is vector database. We can connect this text embedding one. So this is the one model we have deployed. So if you will see, there is a one text embedding model we have added. The one more model we needed for chat completion, we need that model. So I'm adding here one more model. It would be here, this time GPT based. So we are using here GPT 4.1. With the latest one, I'm using GPT 4.1. It is a GPT 4.1. It is a Scholar. This is the next model I'm going to create. Rajat, when it is coming to making the board, the one model is giving the answer to us. But how that answer we can format properly, how we can introduce the auto completion over there. So this GPT will help us for auto completion and all the things. So we are going to use a two model, one for reading the data from the vector database, another one for chat auto completion. So now we created these two model. Now let me associate the text embedding model with this Azure AI search. Now let me refresh it. Let me pick the Azure AI 101 and we are using a text embedding Scholar model this way. Let me acknowledge the terms and condition. This is the way. So the text embedding model I'm going to associate with Azure AI search. I'm not going to vectorize the image and vectorize the things. I'm leaving that. And we are going to index it once, or you can define a scheduler as well on every 10 minutes, on every 30 minutes, on hourly basis. If the content is keep changing, so need to keep update the search data as well. It will be helpful if you are going to create it on a SQL database or on a folder where new content is keep coming. So that time scheduler is needed. In our case, once is sufficient. The next, then it is going to create this with the object name. Let's create it. So we are going to create a index in this Azure AI search like this way. So it is importing the things, vectorize the things, and after that we can start searching. So now let me go back where we having all the indexes. So here if you will look at, I can make search for the index. So now let me create here a new index. I can add here an index. So let me create here an index. I can define my index name. That would be, let's say, Scholar AI hyphen index. The field and other thing will be created automatically. We don't need to create it over there. After some time, you will see the index will be available here. And there we can make the search. So need to wait for some time. Here, the indexes here. So data is not added for it. Now it's added. Can you see? So it takes actually some time to read the data. So now this RAG index, which we created having the 7 MB of data here. Now I can search it. Let's say I'm searching here, what is Angular? And it will return me the data in the vector format. Can you see? So it is giving the text here. Angular is a full feature single page application here. This is the one answer it is giving. The second answer it is giving here now. This is the way we having the things. Can you see? This way. And it is giving the text vector data as well. Can you see? It is a vector. It's an array. And this vector we having the numbers. So this way how the vector data look like when it is coming to looking the things here now. It's a vector data is coming this way. Okay. So now this one I will use into this GPT model because we need to introduce here the autocomplete as well. For autocomplete, it will be the things over there now. Amidst now index the both the PDF file into this Azure AI search. So Azure AI search extract the data from both the PDF and index here. This way the things has been done. Okay. Now here in the GPT-1, in the GPT model, we having the option for open playground. And before the playground, I need to mention here the data source. So data source is not there. So this playground will not give us any, output to us. So what are the Azure AI search index we having that I need to put as a input source for this ChatGPT playground. So now let me add here a data source. So data source will be here Azure AI search. Then this is my service name. Now let me pick the index. So this is the first index. I'm going to provide it. And this will be here. I'm adding it here now. Next. This is for the semantic search I'm using here. And this is the configuration. Then next it. It is API key based setting I'm doing. So into this, GPT-1, that is a next model that actually I will use for doing the chat. I'm providing this Azure AI search. Now save it. So now data source we have given. Now I can do the chat. So as we do the chat on the, the chat GPT, similar way, we can do the chat here now. So let me give the chat. What is Angular? Or I can say, what are the Angular features? I can ask here. That is giving the answer now. Angular offer a variety of features that making a strong choice for front-end development. So these are the features we having in Angular, where it is giving a citation reference as well, from where it's pick up the things. So in this Angular interview question answer book PDF, this is the context they pick up. There is a question number 5 from that is going to pick up. This is the things it is letting us know from where actually it's picking up the things now. Clear? It will not give anything which is not the part of the PDF. Let's say if I'm asking here, what is Azure Cloud? So it is not giving any answer because we have not given any PDF where we added the information about the Azure Cloud. It only will answer the things in React and Angular. I can ask the React things as well. What are the React features? Because React PDF is there. Charanjot Singh, these are the only the full things it is giving to us. When you will integrate into your application, those citation you can hide. You will have the option. It is a playground. And the playground label, you will see everything so that you can test. It is just like we having a editor. In the editor, we are checking for everything so that we will make sure everything is coming fine. Now, based upon the case, you can show and hide the things. So here it is showing us so that you can cross verify from which particular question it is taking, because you need to retrain the model. You might need to figure out the issues. So that's why it is giving the information detail from where it is going to pick up. So this is the way we just build it now. So this is the way we created our own model. We created our chatbot. So now you have to just provide your own input data. You have to just train the model, do the some necessary things, or your chatbot is ready to answer the question the people are asking about your website or about your services. And now how to integrate it with your application? They having the option here. They having the view code option. So you can see here it's giving the option here for the Python language. In the Python, this is the way how you need to write the code to integrate the same thing here. They have given the example also how it can be used. If you're looking for in C# language, Java language, JavaScript 1, so they're having the sample code base to use it and integrate it into your application, where you might be using Python, .NET, Java, or any other. This is a sample code you can try there. The integration part can be done in any language. It is mentioned here. These are various languages support they have. Okay. The thing which you need to understand is here how to create a service, how to configure it, and how to use it. That is the most important one. The SDK is the SDK you can use with any language, whatever it is supporting. I hope the things are clear to everyone now. How we can create our own chatbot and others. So these are the component we have used. So I have used only the blob storage. I have used the Azure AI search for indexing and the vector database. In the AI, in the Azure AI Foundry, we are using a chatbot completion model, embedding model, playground, and response. These things we can do the over there. Are yeah, Vigneshwara, you have to train the model by asking the question and just correcting them. That way, the training you have to give so that you will make sure it is giving the correct answer there. Now the question is here, who can become the Azure AI engineer? So when it is coming the Azure AI engineer, I will say here, you should not try to touch only the one of the field. You should try to touch here the everything, whatever is needed to build the complete application, starting from the AI services configuration, building the backend API, and doing the various other things. So, so the person who is actually willing to start a career in the field of the AI as a fresher, as a beginner, also you can learn this program. And when it is coming the software engineer, when it is coming the system analyst, tech lead, project lead, and the tech managers. If you're looking for innovating your product where you need to create such many tools, so it is necessary to explore, it is necessary to learn the Azure AI based services so that you can make such tools well, so that you can make the things easily. Already the Microsoft Azure AI services used by the top tech companies for building their own customer support based agent, for their own customer support based things over there now. And here the career scope for the Azure AI engineer would be you can work as Azure AI engineer, as a generative AI engineer, the AI developer, the AI consultant, a Gen AI consultant. This is the way we having the things over there now. Ashish Mahajan, what are the things I just shown to you? I just shown you in a straightforward way. But of course, as per your need, as per requirement, you have to integrate into the language. They having the various languages support. But when it is coming the AI and ML, Python is the most preferred option because Python having the so many libraries, Python having a built-in support. I'm always in the favor of use always Python when it is coming to dealing with the machine learning and AI. So this is a skill set and the salary you can expect after learning the Azure AI engineer. And when it is coming to becoming the Azure AI engineer, it start with the Python libraries. Because when it is coming the AI, ML, and the data science, without Python, we cannot do this area well. Of course, we having the option in other languages, but you will have the limitation in other languages. You will restrict to a particular point. So better to use that thing that is not having a limitation, that having the widely support. So Python is a language everyone should use when it is coming to integrating the AI layer or integrating the AI service. It can be microservice, it can be the REST API. So just build complete things into the Python there. Then think about the machine learning, statistic, NLP, Azure AI, OpenAI, Gen AI, prompt engineering, Azure AI Studio. These many things you need to learn over there now. Simple. So how you can become the full stack Azure engineer? You can become the full stack Azure engineer. They having the one certification Azure AI Engineer Associate, that is AI 102. And you need to explore the thing around the Azure Cloud Foundry as well. That is for generative AI especially. So you need to learn here AI plus Gen AI both. If you're looking for a building the product for your company, for your existing for existing product as well, if you're looking for enhancement, there this will be helpful for you. Manoj, when it is coming to learning the AI best use only can be done by the experienced professional because you already working on a project, so you know the need of the the need of the customer. As a fresher, people can do the basic level things well. They cannot build a great product. So as a tech lead, as a project lead, as a solution architect, people actually can build the the product for their customer, for their client. The beginners and freshen can help them. They cannot actually build the things end to end. So program is designed in such a way everyone can do the things as per their experience. But mostly when it is coming to building the product, it cannot be done without the senior developers. So guys, here for this masterclass I have done, now I will tell you about the Scholar Head Azure AI Engineer program. If you want to stay with me and you want to know about how the Scholar Head can help you to upgrade you in the field of the AI and the generative AI, just stay with me. Because technical part I have done. If you want to leave the session, you can leave now. So when it is coming the Scholar Head, we are offering the full stack Azure engineer program. And what are the program we are offering through the Scholar Head? We have divided every program into the 3 stages. We having the stage 1 where we are focusing on learning the skills. And you're going to learn here through the live session. It is not a video based program, cell based program. It's a live session where you are joining me live. I will be your mentor for this program. You're asking the question and I'm answering them. And everyone is here getting the 1 year unlimited batch access. So till 1 year, what are the batches for the Azure AI will make, you can join all of them. Everyone having the unlimited batch access. Because sometimes it happens in one batch, you started the things, but because of some, personal issues, because of some office things, you're not able to join the things properly in the batch 1. You can join batch 2 as well, batch 3 as well. So your focus should be on learning, asking the question with me, clearing the confusion and doubts, whatever you have in the mind. That 1 year hand holding live learning you will having with us. And when it is coming the learning, we need to make the notes as well. Because notes help us to revise a particular topic quickly. So we are offering you the quick notes as well. And everything is available through the LMS also. So when it is coming to the Scholar Head, we having a LMS here. So when it is coming to the Scholar Head, you will log in there. And Scholar Head, when you will log in, you will get here the Azure AI Engineer program. So if you will look at, we having this Azure AI Engineer certification training program, this access you will get. And what are the live session we will take? Every live session recording we are uploading here. You can download the source code, whatever we are doing. You download the PPT in the PDF format. You having the access to the quick notes, which I'm telling to here. Because when it is coming the learning, so notes always help us to revise the things. So here we having the quick notes. So using the quick notes, you can do the revision here. You can look at the things in more clarity, more detail. So everything is available here in the quick note section there. So you can see. So things are coming here now like this way. Then we having the skill tests as well for checking your learning progress. We having the hands-on labs as well. So when it is coming the practicing purpose, you having some, the problem statement which need to solve, which need to build. So those you will find out here now. You having the interview question answer access as well, because when you will go for the interview, they will ask the so many things. So how to answer them. So we having the question answer here now this way. So here we having the interview question answer as well, where they will ask the so many question and how to answer them. Already things are mentioned over there. So you're learning in these three stages here now. It is a complete project development training. So we are going to build here many projects. Let's say chatbot we are building the fraud detection as well. We are building the sales forecasting things. So you're going to build the various projects so that you having the hands-on experience. Because the company will hire you for your experience, the company will not hire you for having the theoretical understanding. So for that purpose, we are building the various projects here now there. For in the third stage, we having the empowerment. Because of course, when it is coming to joining this program, your objective is to get the job and to work on a new project where the AI based integration we are doing. So we having the interview question answer courses there, we having the interview question answer things, so that you will get to know which type question they are going to ask and how to answer them. Everything you're getting over there now. And whenever you are sticking somewhere, when you are doing the hands-on lab, whenever you are doing the learning, so we having the Discord community, there you can ask the question about your lab, about the implementation. Even we having the WhatsApp group as well. For every batch, we having a WhatsApp group where we will share the detail about the batch update and many others. So this is the way how the Scholarhead program, how the Scholarhead platform we have designed. We are focusing from the beginning and helping you to build a hands-on experience along with building the real world project and preparing for interview as well. Even we having the dedicated the interview preparation batch we having. So we having a separate recruitment team. So Rupinder is there. She is connecting the corporate with our trained student. She shared the resume, even what are the job openings we are getting via us. We share our the trained people resume with them. Because every company is looking for the trained people in a particular technology, in a particular field. And they know at a Scholarhead, we are offering such training. They are aware of our content as well. So they prefer to hire from us. So that also the benefit you will get in the third stage there. So when it is coming to the Scholarhead, you can check our review as well, where we having the Trustpilot, Google, and the Facebook. We have trained the working professional who are working the top tech companies, including Microsoft, LinkedIn, Accenture, TCS, Cognizant, and many more.